Facts Verse presents Mind-blowing tricks advertisers use to manipulate photos. Creating steam. When advertisers need to take a photo of a hot food product, they need to create steam. They do this by heating up wet cotton balls in the microwave. Cotton balls can hold steam for quite a few minutes. The cotton balls can be hidden behind the food so that the steam can be seen in the shot. Because the steam can last for so long in the cotton balls, the photographer will have more than enough time to get all the shots they need. Photos of ice cream. When advertisers need to photograph ice cream, they don't use actual ice cream. The hot lights in the studio would cause the ice cream to melt too quickly, and there wouldn't be time to get all the shots that they need. Instead, advertisers use mashed potatoes and food coloring. This gives the photographer more than enough time to get all the necessary shots. Ugh, mashed potatoes, ice cream. Ugh. Creating milk for cereal ads. When advertising agencies take shots for cereal products, they want the cereal to float on top of the milk. If they were to use regular milk, this wouldn't be possible. Cereal often sinks to the bottom of the bowl, especially larger pieces of cereal. To keep the cereal at the top, advertisers don't use milk. They use Elmer's glue. They pour it on top of the milk and then a bit more on top of the cereal. The glue will keep the cereal from sinking. Boy, talk about a breakfast that'll stick to your ribs. Photographing insects. Insects can be difficult to photograph because they move so quickly. When an advertiser needs to take a photo of insects, they put them in the refrigerator first. When they're cold, they slow down quite a bit. It's the perfect time for the photographer hired by the advertising agency to get the perfect shot. Bubbles in drinks. If the photographer is taking a photo of a beverage that needs to have bubbles on the top, such as a freshly poured glass of milk, coffee, or other bubbly drinks, they will add dish soap to the drink. This will keep the beverage bubbling long enough to get every shot that they need. Plus, hey, you're cleaning the dishes as you drink. Boot polish to add a grilled appearance to food? If you've ever seen a commercial for any fast food restaurant, you've seen the deep, dark grill marks on the burger. The advertiser didn't grill the beef to make it look that way. They actually use boot polish to make the charred lines. While the polish may not make the food taste any better, it sure makes it look better. Ice cubes. When an advertiser is going to be photographing an ice-cold beverage filled with ice cubes, they can't really use ice cubes. They'll melt very quickly under those hot lights. So instead, they use plastic ice cubes. They won't melt, and they still look natural. Shaving cream instead of whipped cream. When advertisers need to photograph a product containing whipped cream, they use shaving cream instead. Whipped cream can start to run quickly, ruining the shot. Also, you can shape shaving cream a lot easier than you can whipped cream. This will ensure that the photographer gets the perfect shot every time. Just be sure not to leave that whipped cream dessert near the crafts table where the actors might accidentally bite into it. Then again, that might be funny. Spray deodorant to shine fruit. When it comes to photographing fruits, you want them to be shiny. Since it's difficult to shine fruit, most advertisers will use spray deodorant. It gives most types of fruit a nice shine that makes a picture look great. Plus, you don't have to worry about that armpit smell. Not that fruit has that. Glycerin to make seafood look juicy. When advertisers are photographing seafood, they want it to look juicy. Unfortunately, seafood won't stay juicy for very long. In order for the photographer to get the shot they need, they will mix glycerin and water to make the seafood look fresh and juicy. Pancakes and syrup. This is one of the most mind-blowing tricks advertisers will use to manipulate their photos. When an advertiser is going to be taking a photograph of pancakes with syrup on them, they don't want the syrup to soak into the pancakes. Well, to keep this from happening, the photographer will spray fabric protector over the pancakes first so the syrup won't soak in too quickly. Lacquer to make grains shiny. If an advertiser is taking photos of rice for a campaign, they want the rice to be shiny. Also, they don't want it to be sticky. Well, to get the perfect shot of rice, photographers will use lacquer to make the rice look shiny and less sticky. Antacid to create fizz. If an advertising agency is going to be shooting an ad for a soft drink company, they want the soft drink to look fizzy. If it doesn't, the drink will appear flat and unappealing. To make sure that the soft drink will look freshly poured and fizzy, they'll drop an antacid into the soft drink. This will keep it fizzing shot after shot. The best part is that they can keep being added until all the photos have been taken. And for the actor who keeps drinking that for the photographer over and over and over again, he'll be glad to have that antacid in his system. He's gonna need it. Colored wax for sauce. If an advertiser's photographing a food that contains sauce, they want the sauce to look thick. To make the sauce look thick, photographers will melt down different colored wax to create a thick-looking sauce. Liquid glucose to make noodles look hot and fresh. When advertisers are photographing noodles, they want them to look hot and fresh. After being under the hot lights of a photography studio for too long, the noodles can dry out. To keep this from happening, the advertisers will spray liquid glucose over the noodles to keep them looking fresh and hot. Subscribe for more! You know, I was actually going to take lunch after narrating this, but suddenly I've lost my appetite.